Hello, welcome to Korean Grammar Breakdown. This is episode 28. Before exercising, stretching would seem to be a good idea, a wise idea. Vocabulary: Undong hada, the active verb exercise. Undong comes from Chinese. Gi jane, a bound noun sequence. It means before, in the time before doing. Stretching, stretching, comes from English. Should be pretty obvious. It means stretching, and there's a lot of words in Korean that come from English. There's a few thousand, I think. More besides the Chinese roots, it's definitely more than any other language. There's a handful of Italian and definitely some Japanese and German ones and some other stuff, but there's a lot from English. And let's see, Hyunmyoung hada, wise, smart. Un, we've seen before, is our nominal suffix with the descriptive verb meaning the present or timeless meaning. Sengak, noun, thought, thinking, idea. Ida is our copulative verb, mean to be. Am, are, is. And ulgat, gata, colloquial ending. It means seems like it will be, seems like it would be or do. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. So let's see here. Undong hada combines directly with gi jane before exercising. Undong hagi jane before exercising. Stretching is using this topic marker for that, and then so we're taking this descriptive verb and turning it into an adnominal, or similar to an adjective, wise. Okay, Hyunmyoung han, wise, before the verb idea, sangak. And then, now watch this last part. This is a little bit tricky. So sangak plus ida is, okay, now remember from, I think, episode 2, when you use the copulative verb ida, there's no space, it's attached directly, okay? And then we're adding ul gata to that, and the ul is so attached to the e, so it gives sangak il, and then gata, and then yo. Okay, so we're using the polite ending. You note the spacing here. There's the spaces here and here, okay? And there's, of course, this space here. Now, this spacing in Korean, a lot of times, people will write it without the spacing, and there's even some argument about some of it. Koreans themselves don't know that much about the proper spacing, it seems like, or just don't care. But this is the proper spacing according to most sources here, okay? And I'm going to try to give you that whenever I can. You will get people that'll say this is wrong. Like they'll say no space here, or something. And it's not worth arguing over, because I have, and I've busted out the books and look, no it's not, kind of thing. So it's just, anyway. So our final sentence: Undong hagi jane, stretching un. Hyunmyoung han, sengak il got gatayo. For exercising, stretching would seem to be a wise idea. Okay, il got gata. Okay. So also Hyunmyoung coming from Chinese roots, and so sangak also from Chinese roots. I'll leave that as an exercise. If you want to look up the individual roots, it's possible. There's a few websites. I should give you guys. I'll try to give you guys the link for a couple of those soon. I don't. Anyway, so let's look. So gi jane is just like the gi daemone type of thing. Gi is the adnominal, so it's turning this Undong ha gi, it turns this into a noun. The noun exercising is kind of a type of noun. And then John A means the time before. John means the time before, and A means at or in or during. Anyway, so let's look closer at this ending sequence here. Now, this is used a lot in conversation in Korean. It's yet another soft kind of. You're not saying something is some way. You could, but this is used really a lot with adults in Korean, and a lot of times it's real obvious that there's no seams about it. You know what I mean? They're saying things, they're making statements, but they use this as it's just a Korean style thing. It's to make the language softer, basically, kind of like the G ending. No, in a lot of other situations. I mean, I've heard some interviews and stuff where every sentence "gatayo," and well, it's a little odd to me, but I guess that's just how they do it. So anyway, the ul is the future obnominal suffix that we've seen with a lot of other forms. So ida plus that means will be, would be. Okay, you're talking about the future. It would be a good idea to do this. It's not saying it is a good idea or it was a good idea, which is also possible. And then God is a bound noun that means fact, and gatta is a descriptive verb meaning be or seem like. Actually, also really common with a lot of meanings. And God has a lot of different uses and meanings too. Okay, putting these together, we get the fact. The fact is that it seems like the verb, whatever the verb is, will be, do, or happen. The fact is that it seems like it would be a good idea, kind of a wise idea. Now, this same ending style is possible with the other abnominal suffixes nun, and ot, don, or don. Now, we haven't covered ot and don, and I don't think we've covered nun yet either. But anyway, just keep that in mind. Definitely, the first three are common, and ot, don is not so common, but it's possible. Okay. Now, what else can we say here? I think that's about it for this one. If you have any comments or questions, leave some comments. And if you like it, definitely click like. And if you have some problems or you don't like it, you could tell me that too. I'm going to be making a lot of these things, so some feedback would be useful. That's why I kind of stopped making them for a long time. It's just didn't think anyone really cared. And then I looked at the analysis, and I saw that a lot of people have been watching them. It's just nobody ever says anything about it, or they like it or dislike it or whatever. Once I realized that people were actually watching them, I decided it's time to make a bunch more. I'm gonna, try to cover all of the major and a lot of minor grammar points. And it probably end up being around 200 to 250 to cover most of the stuff that I would consider useful and somewhat important. Anyway, so there you go. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.